Hello, Suman. I would like to ask you a few questions about the English 130 class you took this semester at Chico State. I want to know your feedback of this class.
Hello, Lisa Kerman. What would you like to ask me?
How has your sense of yourself as a reader and writer changed since the beginning of the semester, if at all?
I have become more confident when I write. In the start of this semester I did not really know a lot about how to do proper research. I now know how to get good sources when I write my papers. When I first entered this English 130 class I was really nervous because I didn't know how to do a digital story. I had never made a video before in my life. This class has not only improved my writing, it also has made me aware of the technology I can use to help me in my college career.
What did you notice about yourself as a writer during this semester in English class?
I realized that writing in itself is a process. During this semester I realized that writing is a lot like art. The end product usually doesn't always come out the way you had intended when you first started. Look at me for example. I changed my subject a handful of times before I knew that my inquiry project was going to be about bilingual literacy. First I was going to write about how reading and writing helps people be more aware of the world around them. Then I changed my subject to prejudice in the world. I finally changed my subject one more time and I stuck to it. The reason why I chose to write about bilingual literacy was because it relates a lot to myself because I am a bilingual student and I know how different my English literacy is from my peers whose primary language is English.
Tell me something that you learned when you researched bilingual literacy.
Well, it is good that you asked, Lisa. While doing my research I found out that the brains of a person who is bilingual works differently than a person who is monolingual. Bilingual students speak in two different languages in their brains and it takes them longer to learn new words because they have to associate the new word they learn to the translation of that word in their first language. I also learned that the skill that a person has in their first language is transferred to the skill they have in their second language. The reason why this is because the brain tries to equalize both languages. But this doesn't always happen, because it all depends on the person. In many cases, the person forgets how to properly speak their first language and just speaks the second language they have learned. This is one of the reasons why parents from other countries hesitate to school their children in the US because they are scared that their children will forget their culture including their mother language.
That is nice to know. I am glad you found your subject interesting and you didn't get bored with it.
I know, right? I hate being bored.
What skills, if any, have you improved in English 130?
I would definitely say that my researching skills have improved tremendously. I now know how to research in the right places and get reliable sources that are scholarly. I learned how to use the library section of the Chico State portal to my advantage. I am also a better reader. In English 130 I read and analyzed other students' writing pieces and that really helped me in revising my writing. Like I said, writing is a process. Revising and analyzing your writing is a part of that process.
So, Suman, show me your internet profile. Let's see how much you have grown.